Well, let me tell you, spring is here and it's time to get back out in the lawn here in Northeast Indiana. Today's going to be my first application of fertilizer. We're going to go over what I've done so far, how our spring has been so far, and what's happening in the lawn. I'm glad to have you back. Let's get into it. Now, if you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you in here to the Lawn Lover channel, where we talk about improving your lawn, making your dream lawn a reality. If you've been here for a while, welcome back for another lawn season. It's going to be a great season. We got a lot of great things planned in 2024, so I'm really looking forward to getting into that. But if you're here from the Midwest, you know that we've had an unseasonably cold late winter, early spring, which has caused lawn season to be delayed a little bit. Things are starting to get warmer. Our soil temps are starting to warm up, and we're starting to get into being able to get out into the lawn and put some work in. So this was the first week I've been able to get out in here and get some stuff done on the lawn. Now, what I did this year for the first time in several years was actually roll the entire lawn with the new Bobcat mower. I was able to put a roller on this and get everything rolled out, smooth it out. It hasn't been done in probably 6 or 7 years. It was starting to get bumpy over the winters and spring thaws. So we rolled that out, and then I used a spike aerator that I got from Brindley Hardy. We'll be doing a video on that product soon, so stay tuned for that. I always recommend, if you roll your lawn, make sure you aerate it. Now, if you have questions about lawn rolling or aeration, I'll link a couple videos up in the corner below, above and down in the description below, so you can check those out if you want more detailed information on that. But we got the lawn rolled, we got it aerated, and yesterday I got the second mow of the season in. I used the Toro Time Master with the rake and stripe on the front just to get that grass lifted up. It was matted down from rolling it and going over it so many times with the mower. We want to get things aired up, airified, get that grass standing up and get ready for these warmer temps that are on the way. Now this year we're going to do a mix of granular products from the Andersons and liquid products from Turf Titan. Last year I went 100% liquid, and I got some feedback from viewers saying they wanted to see some granular options of fertilizer as well. So we're definitely going to be featuring some products that are granular here on the channel, in addition to the great Turf Titan products that I love, saw great results with last year. But this year I've also partnered with the Andersons, so we're going to be using some of their stuff. And for my first application, I opted to go with this 24011 Anderson fertilizer. So we're going to shoot for 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet, which is going to bring us right in about 0.72 pounds of nitrogen and 0.33 pounds of potassium on the lawn to give it a real jump start going into spring and get things growing and wake that grass up. And then we're also going to hit it with 4 ounces per 1,000 square feet of Thatch Buster. Now, if you're not familiar with Thatch Buster, it's a great product, my favorite from Turf Titan, full of 28 different degrading microbes that will help break down that thatch and turn that into nutrients to also feed the grass. So this is something I use throughout the entire season. Like I said, it's my favorite product. So this will be a nice 1-2 punch to get the grass woke up with that nitrogen boost, give it a little bit of potassium and all those beneficial microbes as well from the Turf Titan Thatch Buster. Now, while this is my first application, note that I have not put down pre-emergent on my lawn yet. I typically will do that in the spring. Now, you want to shoot for temps in the soil of consistent 50 degrees. Now, if you have questions about how to monitor that, you can get a soil thermometer for pretty cheap on Amazon. I'll link the one below that I use. And or you can go to Greencast Online. I'll put that website in the description, and you can check, based on your zip code, the historical soil temps for the 10-year average, the 5-day average, and you'll see current temps as well. So you were looking for that average to be around 50. A lot of people, you get an early warm up in spring like we had here, and they'll jump the gun, put that pre-emergent down, and then we took another dive. So right now in Northeast Indiana, our soil temps are right around 43 degrees when I checked it this morning. So I'm going to continue to wait. Now, if you put it down now, it's not going to hurt anything. I just like to wait as long as possible for that crabgrass germination point. I'm going to stick around 50. Crabgrass will germinate around 55 degrees in the soil. So if you wait, the longer you wait, the more, or the longer protection that you're going to extend out through the season. If you're in Northeast Indiana, continue to hold, stay tuned here to the channel, and I'll give you what time is the best time to put down the pre-emergent and when I throw mine down. And if you have more questions about pre-emergent, I'll link a video up in the corner here that goes into depth on pre-emergence, the types, how to apply, and all that good stuff. So check that out. Now, if you've never applied granular fertilizer before, I know that some people have messaged me and said that it's kind of intimidating, but I'm gonna show you an easy way that I measure out my fertilizer to make sure that I'm getting that 3 pounds per 1,000 square feet, or however many pounds of product that I'm targeting. Now, you'll find the recommended bag rates on the fertilizer bag, so be sure to check that out. But you can always go higher or lower depending on the fertilizer product, depending on how much nitrogen or phosphorus or potassium that you're shooting for. I would just caution you not to overdo it, but in the springtime, depending on what kind of fertilizer you're using, it can be more forgiving if you happen to put too much down. Just be prepared to mow a lot if you're putting a bunch of nitrogen down. Luckily, there's some good slow release nitrogen in this product as well, so we shouldn't have any issue with that. But here's the easiest way to do it is calculate out your square footage of your lawn, which if you have questions on lawn measuring, I'll link a video in the corner if you have questions about how to do that, and I'll put it in the description below as well for reference. But measure your lawn. Now, my lawn is 7,500 square feet. So how I calculate 3 pounds per 1,000 is I take 3 times 7.5 for the 7,500 square feet, and that comes out to 22.5 pounds of actual fertilizer that I need to put in this hopper to spread on the entire lawn. Now, how I accomplish this is I get an old bucket that's fairly clean, and I just have a luggage scale here. So I will trial and error method fill this up and measure it out. You want to make sure you get your test weight of your bucket. This one's about a pound, so I'll just measure 23.5 pounds to include the weight of the bucket, and then dump that into my hopper and we'll be good to go. So I got about 16 pounds of product in here because we're weighing it at 17. So we'll go ahead and dump this and then measure the rest. But this is a great method on making sure you have the exact amount of product in your spreader that you need to put down on the lawn so you know your rates are correct. Now I'm going to start here with a perimeter pass with my deflector shoot down. Now your spreader may vary, but for general tips on how to use a broadcast spreader, I will link another video I did in the corner and down in the description for you that talks about the best ways to do this and do this without burning your lawn. So you just want to make sure you get a good quality spreader and that you're using the spreading technique correctly to evenly spread that fertilizer on your lawn. How I like to do it is make a perimeter pass around the entire area that I'm doing and break it into sections, and then come back through and just pick away and go directional. Just make sure you're throwing back to your tire marks of your previous pass. But like I said, I go into way more detail on that in the other video, so I won't waste your time here. But if you're interested in that, go check it out. Now while we get our fertilizer done there, we're gonna start working on our Turf Titan, but while I fill it up, I just wanna give you a little tip here. When you're using granular fertilizer, make sure you go around and blow off all the hard surfaces like the walkways, driveways, etc., patios. You want to make sure you get all those granules off of your driveway. Now with most fertilizers, it won't matter much, but you want to make sure with the price of this stuff that you're getting it onto the grass so you get a use out of it and it doesn't just wash away down into the storm drains or waterways. But also if you're using products that have iron in them, they can stain your concrete. So you want to make sure that you're getting that off of there as well. So we're going to fill up our sprayer here. Now this stuff, like I said, the Thatch Buster goes down at 4 to 6 ounces per 1,000 square feet. So I'm going to use this in my backpack sprayer today. You can use it in a hose sprayer as well if you love to use the hose ends. I get it in the bigger jugs, so you can either spray it out like this or in the hose end. I've done both. It works the exact same way. I got my T-Jet flood tip on here. Basically how I'm going to do this is fill this up about halfway, and then I'm going to mix this for 2,000 square foot areas. Now I have this kind of memorized on what I'm spraying and which section is 2,000 square feet. So I'm going to use 4 gallons per every 2,000 square feet just to make sure we get it down into the grass. So let's get this stuff mixed up, poured in, and let's get the spraying. So for a 2,000 square foot area, I'm going to use 8 ounces of this Thatch Buster product. So you use any measuring cup you like. I like the bigger ones just so I can pour a little easier. So there's 8 ounces. Let's get it in there and finish mixing and get at it. You can see here that Thatch Buster does not get really foamy, but you'll get several products and even fertilizers or fungicides, especially with surfactants, that will get foamy. So there's a great no foam product that I use. I'll link it down below in the description. Check that out. Pour a little bit in there. If you have a foam problem, instantly gets rid of the foam. So we'll put our lid on there. I already mixed it up. Make sure you're agitating or shaking. Get everything all mixed up, and let's get to spraying. Now if you can see here we got our T-Jet tip. I'm gonna go ahead and click this on. Make sure that we get our product coming through. You'll be able to see this. There, it turns brown. So I always like to do that. You can do it inside the tank as well. But basically same way with the granular spreader, we're gonna go around, make a perimeter pass on our 2,000 square foot area. And then I'm just gonna go back and forth and hit that last pass. So I'll start over here so you can kind of see what I'm doing. 2,000 square foot, and this area is gonna be about right here to the property line, and this whole part of the walk or part of the yard on this side of the walk. So I'm gonna just start in one area. We're gonna start spraying, and we're just gonna walk at a decent pace. Now I got 4 gallons, so you walk a little slower, you'll have more water to come out. And we're just gonna do a nice perimeter pass around the whole area. Now I'll also tell you that Thatch Buster and the Turf Titan products are very forgiving. So this is a great product if you're just beginning into fertilizing or using a sprayer to play around with, because you're not going to burn anything with Thatch Buster. This is great products to practice with, or even practicing with water is fantastic until you get the feel for your sprayer and get it calibrated, because you're not going to burn anything. Now when you get into herbicides, fungicides, you got to be very precise with those to avoid any damage. So here, I'll just demonstrate to you quick, easy way to do it. You can either start at your perimeter, but for the sake of the video, I'll start here. We'll pick this tree, for example, and I'm just going to make passes. So I'll come down, cut it off, turn right back around, come right back up next to my other pass here, and then you just cut it off in that perimeter zone. So keep checkerboarding the lawn like that. And if you still hit the whole lawn that way and have more product left over, you can always turn around, go back perpendicular to the way that you went the first time to make sure that you get even coverage and you don't have any issues coverage-wise. Also, I would recommend, if spraying anything outside of fertilizers or anything, that you're wearing gloves, also rubber boots. Now I have rubber boots in the garage. Thatch Buster is just microbes for the soil, so we're not going to have any issues there. It's an organic product. But when I spray herbicides, fungicides, any other type of fertilization products, Always make sure you have your rubber boots on, or awesome plug for Cujo. Love my Cujo Jags. They also have rubber boots that they came out with. I need to get a pair of those as well to try those out. But as you can see, it's as simple as that. Got this covered. I'm going to do the other side of the tree, and then we'll do the rest of the yard. So the first application of the 2024 lawn season is down on the lawn with the Anderson's 24011 and Turf Titans Thatch Buster. Now if temperatures remain consistent or start to rise and bring up those soil temps, we should see a deep green in this lawn within a week or so is what I would expect. Now if you want to follow along with my lawn journey this season and learn how to make your dream lawn a reality along the way, please hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on future content. Also, if you found this video helpful, hit that thumbs up button, drop questions or comments down below, and I look forward to seeing you next time out in the lawn.